The first thing I would tell you is that the negotiations are really only now just beginning. The teams at USTR, the White House, and the Treasury Department who are able find themselves under enormous pressure, and they're literally cycling through teams. And the follow-up negotiations really have not begun. There's just the initial steps. And so we will almost invariably face a situation about, will we extend the 90 days? How will we continue to put pressure on some of these countries to find a conclusion? But at the same time, there is still uncertainty inside the administration about what exactly are we seeking. Things that we saw early in President Xi's term in office. Rarely is a leader so clear about the role of technology in global aspirations. And I think President Xi understood that the dominant technologies of the 21st century, AI, semiconductors, quantum computing, robotics, synthetic biology, these will be determinative in terms of national power. And China has put in place very, very robust programs. It is absolutely clear that we have areas of advantage. Some of those areas we have squandered. We have not invested enough. So one of the advantages historically of the American system is that the process of running for president involves a series of steps at the convention and the like to develop basically a platform, a policy platform on a range of issues, whether it's military policy or how to think about China or how to basically conduct yourselves on the global stage. For a variety of reasons, this time around, the Trump administration decided to have no platform whatsoever. So basically came to power without a real consensus about what they wanted to accomplish. And I'd interact with my counterparts and say, what are the things that you want to accomplish? And they would say, we want to do what President Trump thinks is the right thing. But he's not held forth on every set of issues, and it's difficult to make plans when you don't have a clear program of what you're seeking to achieve. At the beginning of the Biden administration, in quiet councils in China, there was a view that the United States was in absolutely hurtling decline. And I think we were able to reverse some of that thinking, and I think there are probably more careful judgments on the way forward. The challenge right now among these various factions inside the Trump administration, again, you have very hardliners, but you also have people who believe it is central to cut a deal of some sort and to work constructively with China, and they believe that that is important. And there are groups that think this should just be on the economic and financial issues, others who believe it should be more comprehensive, involving other issues. And so I think some of the big challenges that I think have yet to play out, many people inside the Trump administration believe that the U.S. position is incredibly strong and China is weak for a variety of structural problems like an aging society and the like. My own view is that that is a dangerous set of assumptions. China is a powerful player, and it will be for decades. A huge military, massive investment in technology and manufacturing, robotics. And so those who seek to somehow diminish that accomplishment are putting us at a substantial disadvantage. I think a tendency on the U.S. side to underestimate, if we head down this path, frankly, the path that we are on, that somehow China will be hurt more in the economic retaliations of the United States. I would quarrel with that substantially. I would underscore, first of all, there are no two economies, there are no two countries that are more interdependent than the United States and China. And you've got to keep that squarely in mind. There are also no two countries more uncomfortable with that interdependence, and we just need to recognize that that is a fact. This continues in a very short period of time. We're going to be facing not just price increases, but critical shortages, particularly in technology. I personally believe that it is absolutely essential to establish lines of communication right now. And the hard thing is that, frankly, neither country has the ability right now politically to back down. The biggest risks currently in U.S.-China relations are not the bolt from the blue conflict that is preordained like World War II, Pearl Harbor. Our biggest risks are inadvertence and miscalculation. whether militarily or in the trade arena, which suddenly begins to escalate, and there are not appropriate lines of communications or channels that can mediate some of those interactions. No matter what, one of the things that I want to build more into the future is a political consensus in the United States that recognizes that an open, optimistic, engaged economic and commercial diplomacy is essential for American success, and that we cannot fall behind walls of protectionism. We cannot pretend that connectivity is somehow a bad thing. We have to embrace the world, and we have to embrace the world